Good evening and tonight, viewers. It's time for a new Let's Play. And this time we're tackling Final Fantasy VII. A little bit of backstory behind this one. I attempted to try it on my PS4. For whatever reason, it made my TV screen discolored. So I found they were selling it for real cheap on the Switch, so I bought it. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, thank you. I know what. There are battle boosts, by the way. Triple speed, which I'll be using occasionally. The other two are no encounters, which I should hope that's pretty obvious what that does. And then this one's the battle boost. How that works, first off, your limit break is always full, so it's real easy to max out your limits with it. Second, I would say you never run out of MP, and HP basically, as long as an opponent doesn't hit you with an instant death attack or something that deals more damage than you have maximum HP, then you're fine. Anyway, here's a flower girl. I'm sure she'll be completely safe throughout this narrative. See, Goblin's Bar, Loveless. Nice little clock thing. There's Biggs, and there's Jesse. Here's the newcomer. Get ourselves a potion. Oh yeah, let me change the window color. Well, that's a little too blue for my taste. A little too green for my taste. That's more in line with what I want. As long as it doesn't have to be exact. This is the color of my alma mater. I went to a college whose football team is so good that they're known for their jazz program. It's true. That'll do. There we are. That is way too bright. Yeah, that's more in line. It's going to be a little darker. Sorry, everybody. Didn't mean for this to, Okay, that's pretty good. And our first battle. So, my options are attack and magic. I think that should be pretty obvious as to what does what. Our hero here comes preloaded with the ice and bolt spells. Yeah, fire isn't the first thing you learn. That's Biggs. The large gentleman there on the right is Wedge. You know, Biggs and Wedge, because I don't know if y'all heard, but Final Fantasy, their developers, they really like Star Wars. And he's an ex-soldier. Should be an acronym. Okay, we're gonna go with the default name of Cloud. Soldier. Strong, original, loyal. Strong, optimal, loyal, destructive, inventive. Yeah, I don't know. Barrett. Even though the name is more commonly spelled with 2 T's, he likes to do things differently with his 1 T. We're still moving in a group. Why are we moving in a group? Guys are, oh yeah, I can hit select. These guys are MPs. Not magic points, military policemen. I've read that, as is my understanding of the military, even though MPs tend to not be considered some of the higher ranked people on base, they have access to the keys, so nobody messes with them. And this is the basic gist of this game. Alright. Code deciphered. Then Biggs here will talk about the people who risk their lives. Reminds me of Rogue One. That's one of the few post-Disney Star Wars things I like. Phoenix Down does what it does in all of the other Final Fantasy games. If you get knocked out, it'll revive you with a quarter of your HP, which is pretty good. I'm going to say Final Fantasy Tactics is where it tends to be the worst. Robo-guards. Don't know what that's supposed to be. We never encounter anything like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Barrett here has a long-range weapon, which means we can stick him in the back row without fear of him losing any attack effectiveness. If you're in the back row, physical attacks do half damage to you, but your physical attacks also deal half damage to the enemy, unless you have a long-range weapon. I mean, this is a starter area. The monsters are pretty weak. Jessie just magically phased through that door. She's magic. Oh yeah, even the select button. That tells you what are manipulatable objects and where the exits are. Some of these maps can get pretty elaborate, so that I heartily recommend that. Heartily, not hardly. Machine gun. Like my previous playthrough, this is going to be a minimal spending run. So I'm only going to spend money where absolutely necessary to advance the plot. This will make the mid-game somewhat difficult. Grab that potion. Potions restore 100 HP. What items do I have? Ether restores 100 MP. Ethers also sell for 750 gil. And, I mean, early on, you're not going to be using a ton of magic. So, that's primarily their use early on. And just hit save. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and make this a feature-length episode. It's the premiere after all. Barrett's weapon is a little weaker than Cloud's. Oh, miss. Okay. None of these guys are super threatening. Because, I mean, again, starter area. The Sweeper is the only one that I think even Cloud will one-shot. W machine gun. I think it's got about 120 HP. It ain't boss tough or nothing, but it's slightly more durable. Anyway. There's the restore materia. We're gonna be using that plenty. Cloud's gonna set the bomb. He set up us the bomb. And our first boss. Though this isn't the boss music, we'll hear that on the next boss. Cloud's going to be using that bolt spell that he has heretofore not used. Unlike a lot of other JRPGs, where fire is the be-all, end-all enemy weaknesses. In this game, it's actually pretty even. A lot of machines, because it's kind of a sci-fi world, so bolts and lightning elemental will come in handy. And this is our first limit break. When the limit bar is full, we use the limit break. Not much to it. This isn't the first game to incorporate limit breaks. That was Final Fantasy VI. But this is the first one to make them a more regular facet of gameplay. Because, let me tell you, I've completed Final Fantasy VI a few times in my day. And I have seen maybe a limit break once. They are that rare. Much like Final Fantasy 4 through 6, the first boss is a attack phase boss. So if we hit him while his tail's up, it's going to counterattack with its laser. Just like Barrett poorly translatedly said. Anyway, here's Cloud's limit break. Braver! To get the... Except for the 4th level of limit break. Every level has 2 limit breaks. To get the 2nd limit break for that level, you use the 1st level of that limit break X number of times. I think usually it's 7 or 8. To get the next level up of limit break, you have to kill a certain number of opponents. This is very easy for, say, Cloud. This is less easy for, you know, certain flower girls. I think one of the unique characters has a unique mechanic as to how his limit breaks evolve. Alright. I'll go ahead and save here. Like I said, it's the premiere, so let's escape from the reactor right here. Jessie has her foot stuck here. We have to save her, or else, you know, we won't be able to escape. I equipped Barrett with an upgrade. Now he and Cloud should one-shot those monsters. Oh yeah, Cloud's in the back row because it's a back attack. I don't bother, I'm not gonna bother wasting a turn having him change rows. Most non-boss battles in this game don't last terribly long. Wait, let's save Jessie here. Hey, we got a back attack this time. If you hit an opponent in the back, you deal double damage. Conversely, if the opponent hits you in the back, they deal double damage. If you are the victim of a back attack, just briefly try to run away, and then when you stop running, you will right yourself. And Jessie looks like she's taking an escalator. So that's fun. I guess they assumed you would be slower than her. I mean, video games are just full of these little time-saving bits. Go up the elevator here. Alright, and yeah, if Jessie wasn't here, we would not be able to escape. Those first rays are annoying. They're not powerful. They're really not powerful. They just take forever to make their move. There we are. And as soon as you make it out here, you're safe. Obviously, if you run out of time, you're done for. They were way too close to that explosion. At the very least, they should be deaf. If not dead, good. So yeah, we just committed an act of eco-terrorism. But don't worry, we're not going to feel guilty about it. And the one person that will call us out on it, will only call us out on it way later in the game. And it's like the one character that probably doesn't have anything resembling a leg to stand on when telling people what to do. Alright then. Loveless. I've heard that the remake incorporates that a lot more. You can sell me a flower for 1 kill, but I'm not spending any money on this run. And I certainly don't need something as useless as a flower. Let's tell her to scram. Potion? Always good. Thought I could save here. Oh well. I don't want to fight these guys. Basically, you have only so fast to react to them. Oh man. And if I defeated them, they would basically just respawn. And there's some CGI. We're riding the train. I like riding the train. I wish I lived in an area where the train actually went places. Here in DFW, you can take a train from a parking lot to another parking lot. And there's Cloud. He's trying to be all suave. I love it. I sort of like the symbol swearing. It's fun. It makes me want to watch Machine Abridged again. Seriously. Watch Machine Abridged. It's good. And Here's the train. I'm basically gonna go until I'm able to save again. So, one item of note. The original translation for the original PlayStation version of this game was pretty bad. There were some pretty famous mistakes. This is kind of a retranslation. Some of the errors were fixed, not all though, and some of the, I guess some of the other concepts were toned down. Yeah, sure, you can become a famous eco-terrorist. Anyway, to progress the plot, we gotta talk to Jesse here. Bombs and monitors. Two of the finest things in life. There's the security check. And we made it through without incident. Honestly, I don't even want to say this translation was so much bad as there were some very high-profile mistakes. Like a floating city, pretty unsettling scenery. That's beautiful. That's a great line. I don't know what made them decide what got the symbol and what actually when they can actually swear. Never really understood that. I mean, I know the ESRB probably has some sort of, like, cap. Because the ESRB was a thing at the time this game came out. Actually, the day of the Super Nintendo, actually. Only one officially released NES game got an ESRB rating. Wario's Woods. That's your fun fact for the day. I know a ton of useless crap, everybody. Oh yeah, let's loudly and publicly talk about the eco-terrorism we plan to do. We are just the worst. There are ghosts in the train graveyard. Alright, there's a save point. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Anyway, I'm not James, but you might be. Now have a good one out there, everybody.